Good evening, and thank you so much once again for finding time to join us. This is One on One. The hashtag is One on One, or you can talk to us using the SMS number 22422. We are so excited tonight because tonight we're taking things a notch higher. We're bringing you Kenya's celebrity DJs. You've seen these guys in their A-game over the years. These are guys who have gone corporate. They're producing. They are the biggest names in the industry. Let me not speak too much. We're going to get into it with the gentlemen themselves. This is not a new name to you. DJ Pinye has been in the industry for 2 decades now. I want to ask him just how old he is and how he still keeps going at it. This is one of the most celebrated DJs in this country. DJ Pinye, come on out. Let's see you.
Pinye. Pinye.
Night, I just found out that his name actually is flipped backwards. So he's called Johnny, and that's why he's called Nijo. So for you guys out there who called him Nijo, like I did earlier, he's called Nijo. DJ Nijo, come on out.
Nijo.
And finally, he is a biker, he's a DJ, he's been producing, he's a businessman, and by the way, he's Mad Track's bro. The last time Mad Tracks was here, he said, yes, this is his big bro. You know him very well, from Code Red. DJ Styles, come on out. And of course, our very own beloved resident DJ. What's your name again? Mogo. DJ Crossfade. I'm sorry, DJ Crossfade with us in studio as well every Friday right here. So sit tight. The hashtag is One on One. Please talk to us on Twitter. Talk to us on 22422. I'm sitting with the pioneers in this industry. I know a lot of you are saying, but how can you say that? How can you say that the pioneers in this industry? We know so many other people. Like Wahiga Maura said, if you were born after 1990, then probably, maybe you may not know that these are the guys who did it for us guys. That's back then. How are you guys? Let me talk to you. Let me start with you, Nijo. How many years in the industry now?
I'd say actively from 95, so 21 years.
21 years. Pinye?
24.
24 years. So 2 decades. And Style?
Actively 2004.
2004 actively.
Yeah.
And what do you mean by actively?
Before we were just trying out, practicing, you know, getting it, because DJing, the learning stage, the learning curve is like this. So you're first learning, and then all of a sudden you get that breakthrough. So I think we're all talking about the moment where you actually got that breakthrough. Yeah, and you know, talking about breakthroughs, DJ Pinye, for you, when did it finally hit you that, you know what, I've made it, I've made my breakthrough, I have arrived, I'm officially a DJ? Because you know how it was back in the night. I think even now, sometimes parents are not too sure about DJing as a career. So for you, when did your breakthrough come? My breakthrough came when I came back from England. And I think fortunately for me, there were not as many DJs as there are nowadays. Yeah. So it wasn't that difficult, because the competition was just like maybe 2 or 3 people. Yeah. So I was lucky.
Your breakthrough. How do you know as a DJ that this is it? This is me. This is what I'm gonna do.
You know, it's crazy. It's a difficult question, because like for me, I was in college when I was still learning, and came to a point that I figured out, hey, I can't do this thing anymore. Yeah. Juggling 2 things, so I decided.
What were you studying?
Graphics. I'm a graphic designer.
Graphics.
Well, I was a graphic designer.
Oh, same college. Styles, for you, was this your first love? Is there something else that you were doing when you actually discovered that this was your #1 passion?
I was actually in high school when I discovered it. I got into music and started loving music when I was in high school. And the first guy who gave me a platform was actually a guy called DJ Njogu. From South B. A lot of the old school guys know him. He used to make mixtapes. So we had him for a gig, and like a joke, I told him, yo, can I try out? And he gave me the platform, and I tried it out, and I was like, this is it. So practiced through campus because I was in Barton then, so I was doing my degree in Barton, in Eldoret.
In a degree in what?
In economics and management.
Wow.
Yeah. So
so your parents, on the flip side, how do they feel about you opting to ditch that economics and to start DJing?
They said graduate. After you graduate, you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
But before you graduate, we're not going to allow you to do anything.
Right.
So I had to go through the motions and I had to graduate. So for me, my breakthrough was when, and this is interesting, when I knew, okay, I think I might be pretty good at this, is when Pinye called me to his house. He said, I think we can work together.
Yeah.
And at the time, Pinye was a big name. So when he called and said, yo, Styles, I think we can work together. I was like, oh, okay. This could be the start of something big.
And genre, DJ Pinye, let me talk to you about genre and how important it is to specialize in a particular genre. For you, what are you known for? What's your thing? Is it important to stick with one thing so that that is your identity? Is that even necessary? Because sometimes, you know, you go to a club and people are playing everything from reggae to hip-hop to what have you. For you, what's your genre? What do guys know you for?
It's good if you can play everything, but for myself, I chose to... at some point I was playing almost like everything, but I avoided the reggae. I started avoiding the reggae and started sticking to...
Why did you say you don't, is it that you don't like reggae?
No, I love reggae.
Okay.
I love reggae completely, but I chose the kind of market I was targeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, was the market you were targeting. So what are you known for?
Like R&B, hip-hop, and local stuff.
Yeah. You, DJ Nijo, what's your specialization?
I don't think I have one.
Yeah.
Because I play everything. Yeah.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm asking that is because, you know, the upcoming DJs sometimes feel like they get locked out of potential gigs when they don't specialize in a particular... Say if you have a corporate function and the crowd is maturer, you're not going to be playing a jam that was dropped just the other day. Maybe they identify better with soul. For you, what is your genre? Do you specialize in anything?
I do a bit of everything. But my love is hip-hop. So I will entertain you, but if you give me a chance to play hip-hop for you, I probably will do a whole night. So I mean, I think every DJ is like that. Every DJ has the fact that to entertain you have to be very, very broad, but then there's what you love as a DJ. So for me, I've always loved hip-hop. I mean, I grew up listening to hip-hop, so
that's your thing.
So I will kill it on a hip-hop set.
Okay.
Yeah.
So DJ Nijo, we talked about you guys, you know, being in this industry for a decade plus. So at that time, back in the day when we didn't have Twitter, Facebook, I don't know what we had really. How do you create a fan base and even a brand? I mean, and how did you actually get yourself out there and become a force to reckon with? Now it's easier. Now you can go to Instagram, you can put your stuff out there on Facebook. But back then, how did that work for you guys, the branding and just creating that fan base?
The old school way. You had to be a rookie for a very long time. And I was actually Pinye's rookie for a very long time, since when we met back, I think he came back in '93. So I used to carry crates, speakers, did all that. And slowly you just create your own fan base. You get more gigs, you know, you get your name out there. It was not really a brand because it was a bit hard to market it, but slowly, that's how we got it there. Yeah.
What about you, DJ Pinye? How would you say that you became such a big name? Guys used to hear this Super Soul, and everybody would be running where DJ Pinye is playing. So how did you actually get that fan base? How did you get your name out there?
Because I used to do like gigs in different places, and also a lot of weddings. So that's how I grew my fan base, just by doing private gigs. And we could also do an event, but you're asking about Twitter and all that. We used to do flyers, post them on every you know, That's how we used to advertise. You pay to put a poster where they put the cars. That's why.
At the mall.
I think I remember that. DJ Staff, I think there's some confusion about you and what it is that you actually do. People identify you with the bikes. People identify you with Code Red. So for you, was that intentional, the branding? And how did you get your name out there?
It was. actually intentional because I came at a time where it was very competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we didn't have the social medias and the Twitters and all of that. And in an era where it's very competitive, you have to be very, very good. And it's different now. Now you have to be able to have a big social media following.
Yes.
You have to have the right flyers or the right images on your Instagram for you to become a big DJ. And technically on the decks you have to deliver 30 to 40%. Those days, if you delivered a bad experience, that was your brand gone.
Yeah.
Because there was no other way to communicate with people. So if people came to where you were playing and it was bad, you were literally just finished.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get away with it, which is, it's easier now because of social media. You can get away with it. Then you couldn't because there was no other way to communicate to people. So
it was your A game.
It was your A game
at all times.
Or nothing.
Actually, come to think of it, just to digress a bit, how do you read the mood of the crowd? How do you know that you're doing it, that you're really killing it, you know, when you're on the decks? And how do you know that, you know what, I'm kind of sucking at this right now? Nijo?
It comes with experience. I think that's the best explanation.
Yeah, because I notice nowadays there's not really a lot of dancing that goes on. We have more of pubs, and maybe I'm wrong, but there's more of pubs, and people you have a sort of a captive audience that wants to listen, and it's not just about. Before then, you know, the floor would be filled, but now how do you know? How do you read the mood of the crowd?
There's enough telltale signs.
Yeah. Okay. DJ Pinye, what do you think?
Because I don't actively play anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And we'll be talking about that shortly, by the way.
I don't know how to answer that question because normally what I used to do when people are it's like this. People are on the dance floor, they're dancing. I'm playing music. So if I play a song and 4 people come out.
Yeah.
Then another 5 come out.
Yeah.
No one is coming back in.
Yeah.
And then there's a problem. So you have to switch it up very quickly
You have
to get more people to come back in.
You have to be alert. Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about the current crop of DJing. You know, the big names. I don't want to drop the names. We all know these guys. The young upcoming celebrity DJs. What are your thoughts on them? And please be brutally honest. Let me start with you, Styles. What are your thoughts on, say, Creme? Okay, I said I don't want to drop names, but Creme de la Creme. There's all these other guys. All these guys. What are your thoughts on? Okay, that's from your stable. So
no, I'll tell you.
I don't expect you to say anything.
No, I'll tell you, Lillian. The new crop of DJs right now are amazing, okay? Because of where they're taking it and the barriers that they're able to cross. Their barriers we couldn't cross, you understand? Because for us, getting into it was already a stigma, and we all had our personal battles with the art. But the fact that they have adopted it at a young age and convinced their peoples that this is what we want to do, it's amazing. You find some of these DJs owning the art. And for me, it's a new era. And what these young DJs are doing now, I believe, is very amazing. The way they're able to mix interaction, the Joan Farmers, the Creme de la Cremes, I mean, the Hypnotics, the way they're able to merge their social media presence and their skill.
Are these guys actually making money? Is this paying off for them?
Of course.
Yeah. Big money.
You've seen their Instagram pages.
Yeah.
You know, this is how.
See, I keep saying popularity is hype. That doesn't necessarily translate to your bank account. Because I could have 3 million followers and be broke as a church mouse. I'm just saying. Yeah, so does that translate into, does their fan base translate into just how many gigs they're getting booked for, what they're charging for these gigs?
You know sorry, I sound like I'm taking you, but you know this is how I look at DJing. It's a profession like anything else. You understand? It's a profession like anything else. It's like an engineer. It's like a doctor. It's a service you're providing. You understand? And if you're able to provide a service, a good service, where people pay you and you make a living off it, that's it. I mean, I don't understand why guys say, oh, it's DJing. It's not being a doctor. It's not being a whatever. Because we all equally put in our struggles. There is no good DJ now who didn't put in 5-6 years of learning the art. Minimum. That's what architects put in. That's what doctors put in 5-6 years. So I don't like it when people take away that element of that's just a DJ.
Yeah.
The amount of work and you can picture now is when the structure is coming. Now is when you have the schools. Before you had to be Pinye's best friend for him to allow you to touch.
I think even now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For you to be able to even to just get access to these tools, there are no schools, there's nothing. So I mean, my hats off to these young guys for being able to take what we started and push it to the next level.
Yeah.
That's
what
what
about
I believe.
you, Pinye? What are your thoughts on the current crop of DJs? Who is the next Pinye? Who's that guy that you look at and you're like, man, this guy has something good going on? And if not, I mean, you can call them out and say, you know what, these guys are not.
No,
and don't say DJ Joan Palmer, because that's, again, a guy that was mentored by DJ Pinye.
Because I really, you see what happens, like even when I'm in the car and I hear him playing, I go and try and do some of the things he's doing.
Yeah.
I can't. That's when I know I'm old. He's doing some crazy things, and when I'm trying to do these things, I can't.
But you know, there are people who find that stuff irritating, right? There are people who actually just want the music to play. There are people who don't like the scratching. There are people who, I mean, and then that depends on age.
I don't know about the young ones, yeah. It's the older ones. So I guess his target market is the
younger guys.
The younger guys. So I think the young guys, us guys, in fact, when we started doing those things, people were not really impressed.
Yeah.
Especially the ladies.
Yeah, we're like, just play the song. Yeah. DJ Nijo, talk to me about, and you guys are being so diplomatic. Honestly speaking, the current crop of young DJs, are some of them annoying? Are they doing it right? What do you think?
I'll echo what Sarah said, as in, definitely, they've taken the art and it's something else, and the DJs everywhere. And they're doing it so well that we all have gigs. As in, the DJ right now, sorry to say this, but is the biggest celebrity of the artist in Kenya. Yeah. Yeah, everywhere you go.
But what about discipline? I mean, is it a good show when you see the DJ there with, say, a bottle of, you know, whiskey or, you know, just drinking while, like they've been criticized before. These guys, we're watching you guys. I mean, yes, we're there, we're listening to you play, but then the younger DJs have sort of been seen as compromising the art because some of them are having more of a good time than their patrons, and then that affects the sound, and then, I don't know, what do you think? Talk to me, Styles, about dressing, you know, just the whole branding issue that we're talking about.
I think for a DJ who does not have discipline will not make it far. You understand? And that's why in DJing there's an element of showbiz, okay? Because for a lot of these DJs, it's just showbiz. You understand? If I'm playing at a club and I want people to come to that club, I'm gonna post up at the club with bottles of whiskey. You understand? So that you are looking at my Instagram and you're thinking, you know what? That's the place to be. And that's the kind of clever marketing, I mean, they do. Personally, I wouldn't do it. You understand? But because the culture we came up in was slightly different. You didn't have to do all of that. Yeah. But I mean, the culture right now is something that we really have to respect, because that's what it's showbiz. You got to do that. Now, discipline you will tell in the next 5-10 years, because if you don't last 5-10, then, you know, that'll be because of discipline. If you last.
What about the women? I mean, for those of you who have spouses, and I mean, for the younger DJs who are dating, or do you give your women a hard time? There's just this general perception that girls are all over DJs in the club. You guys are players. How true is that, DJ Nijo, DJ Pinye? I don't. Let me start with you, actually. How true is that? The reputation that DJs have, that you guys are all about the good times.
Let me go first. I think that's what this panel worked hard to clean. Okay. As he told you, the DJ name was like so tarnished, but we cleaned it. And other guys, it's not the three of us.
How did you clean it up?
By the discipline that Styles is talking about, and the proper business ethics of the DJ industry.
Because like in the 80s, the DJs who were there in the 80s, no disrespect, they had a bad reputation, you see. So even when my parents heard that I'm hanging out with DJs, they're not happy at all. Yeah. And they used to say, like, you know, you can't make a living off this thing, because the other DJs who used to play, maybe they never used to get paid that much. But we came and flipped it around, and we started getting paid what what we
DJ
ask
Pinye,
for.
how much are you worth? Tell me, honestly speaking.
What
I mean,
to do?
because I mean, you guys
I don't DJ. I don't DJ.
You don't DJ?
I don't DJ much anymore.
So what are you doing now, actually?
Huh?
What are you doing now?
Just chilling.
Seriously though, what are you doing? Are you producing? Are you mentoring? Are you teaching?
Yeah, I'm working in fact on an album.
Okay.
As we speak.
Okay, so you are
mentoring new artists.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you will tell us what you're worth. DJ Styles, what are you worth? I mean, for guys who are watching you guys and are like, you know, this is what I want to be. This is what I want to do. Roughly, give us a figure.
I can't, because it's growing.
It's growing.
Yeah.
Oh, how humble.
Yeah, it is growing. You know
DJ needs to drop a figure over here. I mean, give us an insane figure.
I mean, we could throw an Instagram figure.
I mean, because what you're doing now is making the parents at home tell their kids, see, I told you, this industry doesn't have any money. This is not what you need to be doing. So for a kid who's watching you guys and actually wants to, I mean, there's schools now, there's academies, there's DJing academies where kids can go to school and actually learn this. Word has it that it's a better paying job than the white collar jobs. So, yeah.
It is. It is. I mean, you look at, you have Crossfade, okay, DJ Crossfade here. Prime time on Citizen. Yeah. That's enough to tell you how much the culture has changed. If we, in our time, we proposed anything past or anything at a certain time, the station was not having it. You understand? Yeah. Now you have a prime time presenter backed by a DJ on prime time. Yeah. That's enough to tell you how much the culture has evolved. And if you ask me, white collar or DJing any day, give me the deck, I will play, I will DJ, I will DJ, I will DJ.
Okay, so you're staying relevant all these years. DJ Pinye says he's not playing, but you guys, your names are still out there. DJ Styles, DJ Nijo, DJ Pinye, how have you stayed relevant all these years? How is it that, for instance, somebody will come, a corporate will say, you know what, I want DJ Styles, I want DJ Pinye. Come what may, that's the guy that I want. How have you remained relevant all these years, DJ Pinye?
Not doing the same thing for a very long time. Okay. I keep on reinventing.
What about you?
Same thing, and it's a challenge because when age catches up with you and everything. Yeah. When you see, like us guys, I'd say, let me talk about my personal experience. I didn't start doing DJing because I'm looking at the money. First of all, it was about the passion. So music will always be there. So if you love music and you'll never ever grow out of it.
Is that a good entry point, DJ Styles, doing this because you love it as opposed to looking at the money aspect? Is that a good starting point for anybody that wants to DJ?
Yes, because the first 5 years you're not going to make anything. You're going to be interning, getting paid. It's like I said, if you decide now I want to be a DJ, it's like deciding now I want to go get a degree. Yeah. For the first 5 years, 4 or 5 years you try to get this degree, you're not getting paid a shilling. You're getting your education, and that's what DJing is about. For the first 4 or 5 years, you're getting your education. So if you're trying to get into it because you see all the flashiness and you see this is what these guys are doing, I want to get in because of that, the pretty girls, the fancy cars, then you're not going to be successful. You only last, 1 or 2 years, be frustrated and you'll be out. And we've seen a lot of those. Yeah. But if you get in because you love it and you have the passion for it, I mean, you last. Okay.
Yeah. Well said. And I want to play a clip here for you guys. This is DJ Arc, the youngest DJ. Is it Arc or Arch? I don't know. I don't know how that is pronounced, but yeah, this is the youngest DJ. And we're curious whether if you're the parents of this child, you would be amused. What would you advise the parents to do? Let us know. Use the hashtag #1on1. Let's take a look.
Dance so far. The fact that he was a 3-year-old on stage in front of such a big crowd, I mean, it's priceless. Yeah, the response from the media and the public in general is they love him. They love DJ Axe Jr.
Hello, how are you?
Going to the semi-finals, I must say I was a bit nervous because for the first time he had to go on stage without me. But in terms of his performance, there's nothing I can do about it because he's in charge of his own DJ. Thing 3, he doesn't really understand time very well. He's using 2 laptops. One is his DJing software, and the other laptop is basically his timer. But basically everything else is just freestyle. It's what he does. But the only difference is that I really made sure that his playlist is songs that he loves and songs that get him jamming.
Oh, how cute is that? I think that baby is like 3 years old. What do you think about that? Let me talk to you, DJ Pinye. Do you have babies?
No.
Okay. So, does that look... Well, okay, so for him it started pretty young. But we go back again to this conversation we're having. Parents and, the stereotypes and, just not taking this career as seriously. Let's talk about that once again.
So it's a very interesting thing to start doing this thing very early, because I would advise to someone, like Stein said, he had to get
his degree. Yeah.
Because when you're a teenager, this thing comes with attention.
Yeah.
Alcohol. That's the office. That's my office.
Yeah.
Alcohol, attention.
Yeah.
Women, drugs, everything. So as a teenager, you have to be a very, very strong person to control yourself, not to be diverted in that direction. So you really need to love what you're doing so much that you don't get distracted. Yeah, but I would advise you finish school first.
Yeah.
You have to finish school first.
Yeah. So just concentrate on the studies first, and then a bit of maturity helps. Okay. So you guys have been DJing for many years. What's the biggest change you've seen in the industry, DJ Nijo? What for you have you observed over the years that is totally different from how you guys were doing it back in the day?
Digital DJing.
Digital DJing, and what is that? What is that?
From these records to flash drives.
Okay. Oh, so you guys used to do the... Okay. You used to carry these.
6 crates full of records. 6.
Okay, so this is how it was done on the turntable? Yeah. But you're still doing this now. Rumor has it that you guys still...
But it doesn't change. It just stays there.
Oh.
The computer doing all the work.
It's the computer doing
this one you had to remove, take it back in the whole night. So you might touch about maybe even 100 in a night. Okay,
let's take a look at that again. This is so interesting. My producer wants to see that thing. So what's that? That's a record?
Yes.
That's a record. Okay. And so you're saying it's different now because now there's actually... Like it's automatic.
Like this one.
It's not manual.
It's only one song. So when you're playing the whole night, you need like 300 of these.
Whoa.
Yes.
Which you have to carry to the gig.
Who's carrying that stuff? I didn't even used to access them.
We used to carry them. I would want to see Joe carrying the crate.
Yeah. That was what he meant about carrying the crate.
Yeah.
DJ Styles, the change you've seen, the biggest change you've seen recently in the industry that wasn't there back in the day.
Acceptance of the art, acceptance of DJ. It wasn't there. You know what I mean? So you see young families born from DJing. You understand? People, you're a DJ, you have your family, and you're living, and that's all you do. And you go to Shags like anybody would go to Shags, and you sit there. What do? I'm an engineer. What do? I'm a DJ. Just that acceptance.
Yeah, and Shosho is not like...
And Shosho is not shocked.
Yeah.
Like, what? DJ, you're not drunk somewhere? That level of acceptance. There's a certain sense of acceptance that this is a profession like anything else that has come to Kenya, which is good because it opens more opportunities. Now you're not restricting yourself.
Yeah, so digital DJing, acceptance. For you, Pinye, what have you observed in recent times that's totally different?
Like I said, cheating. People using computers and putting 2 songs together and then they say they can mix.
So when you say cheating, are you saying that not enough work, research, thought process has been put into this composition of whatever it is that you're going to be playing that night when you say cheating?
Yeah, because some DJs go to the club, you can have 10,000 songs. which you don't even know. You just collected because you had this is 70s, these are 80s, whatever, and then you go to a club because you managed to download all the songs.
Yeah, I think I've been to.
Then you see that and you don't know how to. You need to know, like now you're asking about reading the crowd earlier. Yeah, you need to look and see what you're going to play for them, but you're just confused here with the 10,000 songs.
Yeah.
You don't know what to play.
Okay, so what would you advise people that cheat to do?
Research.
Research.
There are a lot of guys who are here calling themselves DJs, and they should be doing something totally different.
That's what I was asking you when I asked you about the new crop of DJs. Now I get the answer. Thank you. Okay. So a lot of DJs, again, in the industry, all these, fake DJs that DJ Pinye is talking about, quote and quote. So there's always someone that's willing to pay. There's always someone that's willing to play for less than what you guys or guys under your stables would charge. So in such circumstances, what do? You're in this industry, you want guys in your stable to make their money. Do you put your foot down and say, actually, you know what, this is what we charge and we're not going to take anything less? And then what does that do in terms of your popularity as well, if you're the most expensive guy in the industry? Because I've experienced that in emceeing, and sometimes somebody will charge less than you, and eventually they're like, no, leave that one alone, they charge too much.
The product is brand. If you want a Toyota, no offense to Toyota drivers, you get one point. Yeah. If you want a Toyota, you buy a Toyota and you get a Toyota. If you want a Range Rover, you buy a Range Rover. So what I always tell DJs is position yourself. Decide if you want to be the Toyota DJ who, you sell mass, and you want to make your small margins and be in every gig, do it. If you want to charge higher and be a bit rare, and charge higher, be a bit rare, you're not everywhere, do it. But also understand what it costs you, because also DJing is on the body, it's very tasking. Very taxing on the body. Yeah,
and I think that cuts across the board, for all brands, really. Very well said. I want to talk about female DJs. What are you guys feeling about the female DJs? Do you know any? What are your thoughts on them? Are we forcing issues as women when we go into DJing? Why are you pointing at? Let me hear from Nijo. Why are you pointing at Styles? Is he the one who's mentoring all the female DJs? Anyway, I'll talk to him. Nijo, what are your thoughts on the female DJs? Is this a male? This is a male-dominated field. Industry, we know that, but is there room for the females that we're seeing? DJ Piera, we had a lady on Slim Possible called DJ Tato. What do you think about the females in the industry? Is this too harsh an industry for them?
I don't think so. But no, I wouldn't talk much about the female DJs because I've not been to any gig that any of them is playing as in a serious gig. But yeah, it's open to everyone.
Yeah. All right. I want to talk about how you managed to stand out in this crowded industry, particularly, again, because of the younger DJs, and you talked about the digital DJing. Perhaps there are people who feel, for those of you who still play, like, you know what, these guys are old school. Nah, this is not my thing. So how have you handled that, for instance, DJ Styles? Just, sort of feeling like now you're getting to that age, like Nijo said earlier, where you're beginning to feel, a bit older than the younger DJs. How do you stand apart from the crowd?
You first, your body, you start feeling through your body, okay? I'll be very honest with you, because when you're 25,
like you see the kind of jumping creme de la creme does.
Let me tell you,
he has energy for days.
Yes, I've been there. When you're 25, you can be in the club Monday to Monday. You understand? But you cannot do that for 10 years. So you start getting to 30 and above 30, then you start to play shorter. You start to, you start to literally just dread. You're like, what? Please tell me this gig doesn't go through. You know what I mean? So your body starts to feel it. And when your body starts to feel it, it's your decision now to position yourself. You can either decide, I'm going to fight with the young guys, but you're not going to, even physically, you can't fight with a 20-year-old. I'm going to keep fighting with the young guys, or I'm going to position my brand a bit more mature. I think that's the decision the three of us just made.
Do you still play?
Once in a while, actually just play with these guys.
So you're a bit selective?
I'm very.
Okay, what about you, DJ Nijo? Do you still play?
I do.
Regularly?
Weekly.
Weekly? Yeah, okay. Yeah, a lot of feedback is coming back in about you, actually. Challenges you've encountered in the industry and how they have shaped who you are today. DJ Pinye here kindly telling me, you know, reinventing himself and actually now working with performing artists in recording their albums and their singles and whatever. For you, DJ Pinye, what challenges have you encountered in this art and how has that shaped you today?
Oh, the challenges. My biggest challenge was, it's a controversial one because after playing music for a long time, I started not enjoying what I'm playing.
Really?
Yes.
Why not?
Because the music was not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you playing? Everything?
No, I'm talking about like the local music. Yeah.
Oh, music, as in local music.
Yeah.
You were playing music that you weren't enjoying.
No, I was not enjoying, and that's why I decided to start mentoring.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
The songs are
actually, before we got to Nijo, what was the problem with local music? Because I've heard that from a lot of DJs that, you know what, we play more international music because of the sound, because of, I don't know, there's just always issues with what DJs feel about, and actually you guys were in a tussle the other day over similar issues. So yeah, what was wrong with the local music?
The content. The content is very short term.
Shallow?
Very shallow.
Okay, so what were you looking for? What were you looking to achieve in the artists that you work with?
Producing good content.
Who are some of the artists that have worked under? I know Ilani actually. Are you guys, are they?
No, they're not.
They okay, but I know you, well, I don't know why I had that impression. So who has worked under you?
No, I just advise. I advise so many from Jaguar.
Okay. On their content.
On the content, what kind of songs? They bring me songs, then I tell them this one will work, this one won't work.
Okay, so what's the way forward if we want to get a richer sound, richer content? What do you advise upcoming performing artists to do if they need their music played?
To do research and not do what everybody else is doing, because everybody's like kind of doing the same thing right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
DJ Nijo, challenges that you've encountered in the industry and how they've shaped who you are today?
Keeping up with the young guys. Being an older DJ.
Yeah.
With the social media and everything, but took a lot of work, but I'd say I don't know. I think that's about it.
Yeah. What about you, DJ Styles?
I think the challenge, one of the biggest challenges was people putting a value on you versus what you value yourself at. Because that's what the art is, what you value yourself at versus putting a value on you. So I would say I charge this amount of money, and the person says, "Are you kidding me? Why? To play music for the next 2 hours? Forget it." You understand? That's one of the biggest challenges like that we face coming up. It's slowly dying down. A lot of younger DJs are facing it, where this DJ has valued himself, and you're saying, "Hey, look, I'm gonna get your club packed the whole night. You're gonna sell alcohol for more than $1 million. What's 100,000? No way! I'd rather get a CD player here. Just play my music."
Why are you saying it to that accent? Okay.
That's the reality. So that's, I mean, that's for me, and also when I talk to the younger DJs, that's a lot of what they experience. Just we get undervalued.
Yeah, and also concerns from some of the younger DJs, because I have friends that are DJs who say you play at a gig, you don't get your money. So how do you you know, reconcile the fact that, okay, you know, whoever it is, the event organizer or the club owner wants the DJ to play but doesn't want to pay upfront? What's the way forward with that? What do you advise DJs to do?
I mean, for us, I mean, that situation is very easy because we built our brands. So we hardly face such challenges. But for the other guys, I mean, they have to be able to separate what they love and the business and the business side, because with DJing that gets intertwined. So DJing is because you love to play. It's actually something you love to do. So you sort of compromise on other things. So when the promoter says, "Don't worry, I'll get you," you know what I mean, after the gig, "Don't worry, the tunes, I'll be here."
Yeah.
You understand? After the gig, you're on the phone. Yo, do phone off. Where's this guy? The guy's gone. He said he'll be back. Because you love, people take advantage of the fact that DJs love what they do. So I mean, I'd advise our younger DJs right now, become bad. sober up, you understand, and not alcohol. Just separate the love, you understand. So you love DJing, yes, but get your money.
Get your money.
Get your money.
So how do you guys handle the demand, DJ Nijo? So somebody wants to book you. Do you guys have managers? Do you have somebody that actually organizes all this stuff for you? Or how do you handle the pressure? The incessant calls saying that you're needed here, that we need you to do this. How do you handle that?
Yes, I do have a manager who handles most of the calls. Apart from now, like the regular gigs and all that.
Oh, so I can't call and say, please come say at my birthday? Like, it doesn't work that way.
Just invite me for the party, I'll come.
Okay.
Not to DJ.
Yeah. Okay, so you do have managers. Okay, we have a clip of the best DJ in 2015. We want to take a look at this. Let's take a look.
Nowadays, people tend to look over the real art of DJing. It's more than standing on top of the DJ booth with your hands up. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about scratching. This is what keeps me passionate about DJing.
Rhythm, you have it or you don't. You don't have rhythm. You have it or you don't. You don't. Oh! Make it funky, 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 make it funky.
DJ Pinye, I can see you feeling that. So those are turntables. Has that guy taken you to school, by the way? Those are turntables. Is that the old way of doing things, or is that how guys are currently doing it? I'm sorry, I'm not so well schooled in this industry.
Right there, he's doing so many things, but there's some shortcuts because the computer, I mean the mixer has the different sounds that is speaking and playing.
Yeah.
Before we had to do it in a very different way. Yeah.
Okay.
Marking the record.
I want to take your tweets. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, and there you can see they're scrolling. I hope the upcoming DJs are watching. Thanks for hosting those big boys. Following from Kampala. By the way, the hashtag is 1on1. Please use the hashtag 1on1 as you talk to us. Somebody is saying, I love DJing. Big up, guys. Very soon I will be in the industry. Thank you for encouraging the young upcoming artists, guys. Martin Munene, thanks for bringing on Pinye. Humblest of them all, ain't even in a cap. What's up with the cap? DJ Pinye, the Godfather. Wow, Davis. Somebody there saying you're the Godfather. I'm eagerly waiting for those veterans to drop their spins. Such a great thing to listen. Can you imagine these divas have actually said they're not spinning? They are not.
Tomorrow.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about where you can catch them tomorrow, by the way. So, yeah, that's what guys are saying. I like how the DJs supported each other those days. The industry needs more of that now than ever. And let's talk about mentorship. Are you guys accessible, by the way, to guys who want to take this up seriously? DJ Pinye, okay, you're saying you're not DJing anymore, you're doing something different, but are you mentoring young guys? Do you have an academy? Do you talk to them on social media? How are you giving back?
Unfortunately, I don't do that because I chose a different direction with the artists. But nowadays there are so many, is it schools, colleges? There's so many places where people can go and learn how to do that.
Yeah, but how legit are they? I mean, how credible and how professional are these academies? Who's running these academies? DJ Nijo, how are you giving back? Are you mentoring young guys? Do you have guys under your stable?
I talk to a lot of guys. A lot of guys call me for advice on what to do, what not to do. I don't have a DJ school or anything.
Okay. Yeah. And finally, DJ Styles, how are you giving back?
I have given back, you know, and I mentored a lot of, I mean, all the big names now. 80% of those guys are guys I mentored.
Such as?
I mean, the list can start with Cream de la Cream to Hypnotic to K-Trix to Mr. T. I mean, Drew, WDJ. I mean, I mean, the list goes on. And
what is Code Red? What is that? Tell us about
Code Red. Initially, we were DJs because we loved the art, and it was a spin-off for what we did with Pinye Scratchaholics. So when we with Pinye Scratchaholics, we had this passion to do DJing. And then now when we spread our tentacles, we now started off Code Red. And Code Red originally was, what we were doing was, we threw the hottest parties, we have the hottest DJs, and so we'd find people everywhere. I mean, we picked Cream from Nakuru, we picked Catrix from Mombasa. You know what I mean? And so that's what we did. Now we're doing events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great,
so.
Great. Scratchaholics, Pinye, what happened? That has a nice ring to it. What happened to Scratchaholics? Are you guys still okay, you're not DJing anymore, but is Scratchaholics a thing of the past?
Yeah, as in, how do I give the story?
Yeah, give it.
Basically.
Thank you. He knows it better than me because he was involved.
Yeah. I mean, Scratchaholics was 5 of us.
Nikki,
Pinye, Nikki, Shield, big up DJ Shield, you know, still tuned in. Pinye, Nikki, Shield, Casey, and myself.
Yourself.
And myself. And what it was we were just young guys with the love for DJing, and at that time he had ready. I mean, Pinye was the standard. I mean, the industry standard. So he identified us guys and said, "Look, I'm gonna put my brand with you guys. I'm gonna remove my brand, and which was a big sacrifice. And we're gonna be called the Scratchaholics." Okay. So we started this group called the Scratchaholics in 2001, 2002, and it was an amazing movement. Our barrier was scratching, so people were like, "Don't want you guys just scratching too much." And I mean, we pushed on and we pushed on, and what became of that was, it became so big that people demanded each of us individually, and we had to make that tough decision because at the time radio was big. So I don't know if I can say this. Kiss wanted him, Capital wanted us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So because of that, we just agreed, hey, you know what? Let's spread, because we achieved what we wanted to achieve. Yeah. Make impact, let's change lives. And actually from Scratchaholics is when now Code Red was born. Yeah.
Radio still is big, I believe. So, you know, as we begin to wind up, the lack of dance floors in this country.
You really like dancing?
No, I mean, people love dancing, but then nowadays the only place you'll dance at is either in a crowded pub or at a wedding or a birthday where there's the space to do so. Do you guys feel like that's a limitation, you know, to the DJing industry? The fact that, you know, you're playing good music, but you really don't know, you can't tell from the crowd just how well you're playing. And for us as the consumers, we feel shortchanged, because then that's not on you, actually, that's on the club owners and whatever. The lack of dance floors in the country, is that hampering your trade in any way? Is it affecting the industry in any way? Nijo?
Yes, it is. Because I think even you even mentioned something like, you go to each and every club, or each and every pub, it's like the same music playing. It's like when you walk at this club to the next one, it's a mixtape. You think it's a mixtape.
That's a diss. Straight up.
but it's true.
Yeah.
Pinye said it here. Guys are very limited. They're limiting the music. You see, like in the old days when you go to a club or drop a new jam, and you actually learn about the new jam there and then, right? Or drop an old jam, as in mix it up. That's where the fun of dancing came from what's wrong. Nowadays, it's all about selling the alcohol rather than giving guys the experience.
Yeah. People are drinking too much, and you're a teetotaler. DJ Pinye does not drink, so just because you're a DJ doesn't mean that you should be lighting it up. You know, Morgan Heritage were here last week, and they don't smoke, they don't drink. And that is, I think, just really encouraging to know that some of these celebrities that we look at are not doing the things that young not think, you know, you guys are associated with. Tell us about your not drinking.
That's being disciplined.
Yeah.
And I knew, because of, like I said, in this office where all this drama, all this madness happens, you can't join into that madness, and you're working.
Yeah.
I'm working, so I chose not to.
You just chose not to?
I chose not to.
Okay, let's talk about tomorrow, guys. Why 25 and above, grown and sexy? Tell us about that, DJ Styles. What's happening tomorrow?
When we started DJing, we were young, and the people we DJed for were young. For example, Lillian Mooney. Okay.
Don't put me in that
mix. All right. Now Lillian, 10 years later, Lillian cannot go to the younger clubs, and she's looking for somewhere to party. Yeah. And that's exactly what we've done. We said, you know what? If you were with us 10 years ago, you stay with us now. You've just grown, so let's give you a grown and sexy experience. And that's exactly what it is. So it's 25 and over, because we also appreciate that some of the older guys settled with girls who are 25 and over, so we gave that leeway. So that's exactly what it's about.
So do you mean you're shutting out anybody below 25? Like there's actually going to be need for ID and what have you?
No, we just try to say, don't bring your ratchetness. Don't bring your ratchetness. Don't come and twerk. Okay, we're not having any of that business. So I mean, ratchetness, twerking. What else is happening? You know what I mean? Getting drunk and falling over. There are clubs around Carnival that you can do that. You understand? But for this party we're having tomorrow, bring your best side. You know, just for one day. You can do the rest, whatever. But bring your nice dress. Dress nice, put on nice perfume. So come, have a good time. Go home early. You know, wake up and go to church.
What kind of sound are you guys? What kind of music are you guys going to be playing, DJ Nijo, tomorrow? What are people expecting to hear when they come out there?
What you used to listen to when you're like. Anyway,
I don't know why I'm being put in this mix, by the way. I'm not one of you.
We're expecting you there. That's why we're saying that.
I'll be there.
Music for the 90s and early 2000s. Just good music. It's all about the music. Yep.
Okay. DJ Pinye, what to expect tomorrow? And why grown and sexy? Why not just grown? Why grown and sexy? Anyway, it's a nice tagline. I love it. But what are we expecting tomorrow from you guys? Are you guys going to be playing together, all three of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
On the deck?
Yes.
All three of you?
Yes.
That will be fire.
In fact, I brought you an invitation.
Yay! Can I have two?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, no, ratchet. I'm being ratchet. I'm being totally ratchet. Okay, let me calm down.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what to expect tomorrow, DJ Pinye.
So hopefully I don't know what to expect, because last year, okay, I have to tell you, it's what time is it?
Wow. This is amazing. So this is an invitation?
Yes, you have to come with it.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So it also happens to be my birthday in the next few hours. So I'm hoping I'll be surprised.
Happy birthday, DJ Pinye. In a couple of years, how old are you turning?
45.
45?
Yes.
What's your diet? We need to share. No, I mean you are looking amazing. 45 years old.
Yes.
In just a couple of hours.
Yes.
So tomorrow will be your birthday when Grown and Sex will be going down.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about the event. What are we expecting? And happy birthday, by the way.
There'll be a lot of surprises. Yeah.
Like?
I'll be introducing some artists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what time do guys need to come out there?
8. You can come at 8.
At 8.
Yeah.
All right. So as we close, maybe just some parting words from you guys, DJ Styles. For anybody that's been watching this interview tonight, what should their take home be? Because a lot of the people who are watching are either the guys who are your fans or people who are aspiring to be DJs. You know, just some parting words from you, particularly to the parents, to their children, those who really, really want to do this. Yeah.
Support your kids. Understand, if they have the discipline, if they have the discipline to do it, and they are striving to do it, support them. It will feed them if you support them. I mean, there's nothing better than parents supporting you when you're trying to pursue your dreams. So, I mean, support them. And also, big shout out to my mom. She supported me later into the career after I got my degree, before she did.
What are you doing with your degree, by the way? Has it helped along the way?
In the business side, it has helped, because it's given me the ability to separate me as a person and the business. And so big shout out to moms. I hope you're watching. Thanks for the support, man.
Yeah, and on the bikes, by the way, we didn't talk about the bikes. How many guys in your what's your group?
More than 100.
More than 100 bikers.
More than 100 bikers, yeah. More than 100.
So that's
bikers.
just for fun, or that's commercial as well?
I think we'll do that. We'll do that interview.
We need.
I owe you
actually,
one.
We had a conversation
I owe you
on
one.
that. DJ Nijo, to the DJs, the ones, the current crop of DJs, your words as a veteran, as a guy that has been a pioneer in this industry. What are your words for them? What would you say to the upcoming DJs? What should they take home from this interview?
To respect the art, just as we respected it, because I'd say we laid the foundation for them, so they should actually take it higher, because there's another generation coming after them, and that's it.
And for you, thanks for that, DJ Nijo. For you, DJ Pinye, a shout out from you to somebody out there who you think, either a female or a male DJ, that is really, really, really the next Pinye. There'll never be another Pinye, but a guy who you think has it in them.
Oh, there's so many. I don't even know which.
I just want one. You'll make this guy's day or this lady's day. And not DJ Mfaume.
One I really like, one of the DJs that I really, really like, and as in I can listen to him anytime because he keeps surprising me, is Andre. DJ Andre.
Okay, where does he play?
He plays in Capital.
Oh, he plays it. Okay, he plays in Capital.
He's young, but he's played some songs, and I question myself, how old is this guy? Because he really knows how to go behind. And
that's research. That's the research you were talking about.
Andre is good. He's very good in doing that.
Great.
And also, what I was also wanted to say is, when you look at, like, let's say my life or anybody else's life here, someone who wants to do the same thing, don't look at just the fun part. Find out what exactly everybody does in detail. So you take everything. Don't just take what you see on TV.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing that makes. There's a lot that goes behind the scenes.
Yeah. I think the pity is that for everybody that wants to do something, either to be a TV presenter or even a DJ, you guys are not accessible. That is a pity. It is a pity, and I think that's what a lot of the young guys there say. How are you? Like, seriously, you're accessible.
Yeah.
Where? How?
I talk to a lot of people on WhatsApp. I don't know how they get my number.
Okay. And you respond to them?
Yes, I do.
Okay, start stalking him. He's accessible. Thanks for your time, guys. We've been hanging out with DJ Styles, DJ Nijo, and DJ Pinye. You know where to be at tomorrow. These are the biggest names in the industry. Thanks for your time. The hashtag is #1on1. Keep talking to us, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
Not quite my tempo. Dragging just a hair. It's all good. No worries. Here we go. 5, 6, and...